You don't feel like you're talking to nothing.
Is that a bit of time?
Yeah, well, I tell you, let's see.
Or was it you or John Lewis?
Okay. Well, we back in, let's see, in about 1930, we were living in, went for the summer, went down to Corner Springs to spend the summer. And on one Sunday, we were all sitting down at there's a pavilion. There's a pavilion, and there was a dining hall and a kitchen, like, and we were all sitting around probably in the pavilion, and Billy Anderson and John Lewis were up at the upper end of the lawn, and they started hollering, and they hollered, and Daddy and Uncle Billy heard them, and Daddy picked up an axe, and he started out across the yard and across the bridge and up the path beside the bridge, beside these sulfur springs. There's white sulfur and black sulfur and yellow sulfur. He started up there, and Uncle Billy picked up a limb off of a tree, and he started up the road along beside the where the houses were, where the pavilion was. And here they went. Now, Uncle Billy was fat; he couldn't go very fast. Daddy was skinny. He went across the yard and up the path, and both of them got there at the same time. Billy Anderson and John Lewis were up there at the bridge, up at the upper end of the lawn. And they were hollering it all the time, and they were running, and they didn't know what had happened, so they were going to try to save them. And they got up there. When they got up there, John Lewis looked up and said, "Daddy, there's a chipmunk bite." They'd run a chipmunk back in the hole. And Daddy said, "No, I'd like to bite you."
They were holding a hand on the floor.
Yeah, they were holding
a hand.
They were holding a hand. In this same place where Leo Brown and I made a swimming pool. You remember? Dammed that creek up, made a swimming pool. The water got all back up in the field where the people had the cows, and they got after us because the cows didn't have a place to graze. But it was there that in 1930 or 31, Leo Brown and I went over to Crumpecker's Orchards, and I got my first job climbing up in a tree and thinning apples. The apples were growing in little bunches like grapes.
How much did they pay you an hour?
$1 a day.
Oh,
$1 a day, and we could work 6 days a week. And that was good money, see.
Yeah,
but Grover came along and said, "Mac, I can get you a job with Canada's in Roanoke, and you can make $7 a week. Of course, you work 7 days, see." So I left that job, and I went to Roanoke and started working for Canada's at $7 a week. Made it in other words, the young man went off to the big city to make his fortune at $7 a week.
Back then, that was about top billing.
That's about enough.